Yo, yo, yo. Yo, 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 yo. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's going on, everybody? Peace and love, peace and love. Peace and love is your boy, Dr. Marston. Yeah, listen. Welcome to another episode of SR Daily. You're tuned into episode 551. Episode 551 of SR Daily, Wednesday, January 28th. I'm still getting used to the January thing, right? It's like when you in one year, you're at the end of the year, it's like I don't know. I don't know if it's just me, all right? But you think December is like forever. Because sometimes December seems like it's forever, all right? But we are indeed in January 2026, January 28th, 2026. This is the last freaking Wednesday in January, man. February is next month, Black History Month. And you keep moving, man. February, then March, right? Then spring, and then man, life is cyclical. The cycles continue. It continues to move forward. It continues to go around. It continues to repeat. But every repetition is something new, right? Because there's nothing is the same, right? So even the same dates of the next year will be a different day. The temperature will be different. You will be different one way or another, whether intentionally or not. All right. Everything will be different. Your children are going to be different size, different interests, right? Different pay, different clothes. Everything is different. And so it's important to appreciate now. Appreciate how things are now, because you never know when things change and you never know how they change. And you can never go back and get yesterday, right? You can go back and get the wisdom. Sankofa, go back and get the wisdom. Go back and get, all right, the perspectives. Go back and get the knowledge. But you can never go back to that same moment at the same time, right, as it once was, with the same people, and that's doesn't happen, not in this reality at least, right? And so give thanks for now, give thanks for the day, give thanks for all of the challenges that come our way, because our challenges make us great. Our challenges remind us of our power. Our challenges remind us of our humanity. Our challenges remind us of where we may need to do some more work, all right, on ourselves, on our perspectives, on our hearts, on our mindsets, right, on our daily practices and habits, our lifestyles, our interests, our passions, right, our responses, our triggers, our healing. Our challenges inform us. Our challenges inform us to who we are, to where we're going, all right, and to where we come from. Right, through our challenges, we can look at how the old me would have responded, the old you would have responded, would have reacted in this situation a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Even some of us are, that far in our journey where we can look back 20 years and be like, yo, me at 21, at 22 would have responded like this, but me at 41, at 42. And then as you age, right, if you are fortunate enough to continue to live 50 and 60 and 70 and 80, the gap becomes bigger. 40 years ago, I would respond like this. 20, you can see the incremental changes. And that's the key in life, is to change incrementally, right? Is not, the changes don't always happen overnight. Some things you can do overnight, but some things, growth takes time. A baby is not going from freaking this small to 5 foot in 3 months or even in a year, right? It's going to take years and years and years of a bunch of trials, a bunch of tribulations, a bunch of painful experiences, a bunch of laughter, a bunch of joy, a bunch of freaking regrets, right? A bunch of woulda, coulda, shouldas. But like, as long as you live, you continue to grow. As long as you don't cut the tree down, the tree continues to grow and it's going to continue to produce leaves. And if it's a fruit tree, it's going to continue to produce fruit. So long as you don't cut the shit down. That's a metaphor, right? That's the bar. That's life wisdom. Continue to live. Continue to live, continue to grow, and you will ultimately reach your destination. You're going to produce what you need to produce. And is that fucking real? Eddie Kruger, what's going on, my brother? Thanks for the check-in. Sefu Sanko for my brother on the check-in. Mona Love. Peace and love, baby girl. Thanks so much for checking in. Happy Wellness and Wisdom Wednesday. Sefu said, welcome to Wellness Wednesday. Yes, sir. Peace and love. Mona said, you look like a professor who I like to take notes from. I bet I do, girl. I bet I do. You something else. You was a wild girl. But yo, man, listen, it is Wednesday. I am your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Martin. This is episode 551 of SR Daily. We on the other side. We are now 49 episodes away from our next milestone episode 600. SR Daily is coming up in just a few short months, right? 50 episodes from yesterday is 10 weeks, right? So 10 weeks, whatever date that is. I haven't even marked the date yet. I'm going to mark the date and reach out. Probably do it again in the community center. I love doing the show in my neighborhood. I love being able to have people from my hood just walk up. All right, it's not far from the train, so people can come on the train. Not far from any buses, people can come on the buses. Far from the bridge, people want to drive in. But yeah, it was episode 500 in Queensbridge was absolutely epic. Episode 600 and every future 100th episode should be in Queensbridge until, of course, we get our live studio audience. Live studio audience until, of course, we get our studio. All right, whether that's working with Brick TV, I need to actually reach out to Brick. Brick is incredible. I spoke with someone a couple of years ago about doing a show there, and it was like, "Yo, reach out, like we can make it happen." And so. Yeah. Progress keeps progressing. Life keeps going forward. It keeps going on. But we're going to jump right into the show. Let me hit the share button real quick, though. Share with a couple of folks. Get a couple of folks tuned in to the show. See what the deal is, what's going on, what the goes on, and all that fly-ish. Give me 1 second. Hit a couple of shares on this joint. You know what I mean? Share with a few folks on Wednesday morning. Today is lecture day. I am headed to Columbia University School of Social Work to lecture. I'm excited. This is some epic shit, man. I can't even tell you guys how excited I am, but I am extremely excited. Last night was tough. Today's a new day. Every new day brings a new blessing, a new lesson, some new wisdom, new opportunity, right? Yeah, man, here we are. Let's start with our first segment of the day. Today's first segment is a quote of the day. It is a quote from this morning's prayer call, Celebration Spiritual Center. The pastor, he said, "The power of good is with us. The power of good is with us." You got to believe this shit, man. Like, you got to believe and you got to know that goodness is with you and is on your side. You got to believe and know that everything, not only will everything work out for you, but that everything is already worked out for you. Even the uncomfortable moments and seemingly bad times are ultimately for your long-term good. You got to know that shit. Like, again, not just believe, you got to know, because belief changes. New information comes. Oh, I don't think so no more. I don't think so. Now you got to know, like you know, that even the seemingly bad times, even the uncomfortable moments are for your long-term benefit. You got to know that the power of good is with you. The power of good is with you because you know that God is with you. You know that God is always with you. God will never forsake you. God has never left you. Even those tough moments you had to go through, God brought you to those tough moments so that you can grow, so that you can get certain lessons and certain wisdoms and certain experiences, because your destiny is fucking big. Every time I said it the best, the bigger the fucking journey, the bigger the obstacles. The bigger the dream, the bigger the challenges. When you got a big fucking dream and when you got a big fucking destiny, your journey's going to be tough. Don't compare and worry about why it seems like you got it tougher than your brothers or your sisters, your neighbors, your nieces or your nephews or your cousins or your parents. Why is my journey so tough? Didn't you say that you was different? Didn't you say that you were special? Didn't you say that you was here for a different purpose and for a different cause? Didn't you say that shit? Whether in your heart or out loud to somebody, yo, I'm special, yo, I'm great. Okay, you got to go through some shit. In order to be great, you got to go through great challenges. In order to be fucking iconic, the challenges are going to stack up, but they're going to seemingly come one after another, sometimes 3, 4, 5 at the same time. It's going to be financial challenges. It's going to be relationship challenges. It's going to be family challenges. It's going to be health challenges, right? It's going to be fucking car trouble. It's going to be fucking housing issues. It's going to be a lot of shit at the same time when you have a destiny that's fucking iconic. That's heroic. Endure. Don't pray for the journey to be easier. Pray for the strength to fucking endure the journey. Pray for the strength and the courage to outlast the hard times. All you gotta do is outlast this shit. That's all you gotta do. All you gotta do is outlast the tough times. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. Just outlast. Endure. Right? Whatever it takes, by any means necessary. By any means necessary. Stay focused. As they say, stay 10 toes down. Can you stay down until you come up? Can you stay focused, right? Can you work hard as you can, even when it seems like the results are not adding up, the results don't match? Think about sports, right? Think about Tom Brady, you think about Michael Jordan, you think about Kobe Bryant, you think about some of the greatest sports figures in history. Had tough fucking journeys. They didn't win every fucking year, but they trained. They trained in preparation to win. And even when they lost, they went and trained harder. Even when they fucked up, they went and trained harder. They went and became better. Tom Brady, arguably the greatest fucking athlete, right? Like the most winningest fucking football player in the history of the NFL. 7 freaking Super Bowls. Came in like what, 7th round. Came in with a freaking terrible scouting report. It's slow. He doesn't do this well. He doesn't do that well. Came in behind Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe gets hurt. No, not Drew Bledsoe. Yeah, Drew Bledsoe. Came in behind Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe gets hurt. The rest is fucking history. Tom Brady stepped up, stepped in. 7 Super Bowls later. It's the fucking GOAT. Why? Mindset. Not natural talent. Somebody once said, hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. Hard work beats talent when talent don't work hard. Can you outwork yourself? Can you outwork the doubt that you have? Can you outwork your competition? Can you outwork the naysayers? Can you outlast the naysayers and the haters? Put your fucking blinders on, tunnel vision, focus on your goals. Focus on what's right in front of you, the obstacles in front of you, the goals that you are striving for, and the challenges and the obstacles that you need to overcome in order to accomplish your goals. Can you fucking focus? Focus, focus, focus. Lock in. Lock in, lock in, lock in. And again, I get it. This is fucking tough, especially when the general societal conditioning, right? Society conditions us. Society conditions us to be like, oh, it's okay, bad times, the devil. Nah, man, the power of good is with you because the power of God is with you. And if you don't believe the power of good is with us, then the opposite holds true. And if that's what you want, then that's where you give your energy, right? But if you don't want that, if you don't want the power of fucking bad to be with you, then you continue to repeat the power of good is with me. That's it. You hold that mindset. All right, let's move right along to our second segment of the day. Sefu said, I'm excited for my baby brother. Inspire the masses. I appreciate you, big bro. I appreciate you. Build a support system. Absolutely. Mona said, it's already done. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Sefu said, I outlived the average age of my parents. I'm grateful so far, although I have more life left. Ashe, ashe, ashe. Yo, my brother, I appreciate that. Good word. Second segment of the day. Listen, I don't know if you guys saw. Need to know news of the day. HUD, Housing and Urban Development, made a huge announcement recently that public housing agencies must verify the immigration status and eligibility of nearly 200,000 tenants ASAP. It's fucking preposterous. But what do you expect? What do you expect, man? They are really revving up the immigration control and patrol. And they really want immigrants out of here when this whole country, especially the people in the fucking leadership, are immigrants. Their parents were immigrants. They came to this country. Let's read this article from the Multifamily Dive, and let's talk about it. This is from Monday, January 26, 2026. HUD orders citizenship verification for 200,000 tenants. Public housing agencies must check and report on the eligibility of tenants flagged in the new EIV Save Tenant Match Report. Dive insight. In March 2025, HUD Secretary Scott Turner and DHS Secretary Kristi Noem signed the American Housing Programs for American Citizens Memorandum of Understanding to end the wasteful misappropriation of taxpayer dollars to benefit illegal aliens instead of American citizens. Fucking bullshit. And the agencies compared data to identify discrepancies or cases requiring additional verification. The new report compares citizenship and immigration status reported by public housing agencies on the HUD 50058 with immigration status information returned by U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services through the Systematic Alien Verification Entitlements, that's SAVE, system. The underlying legal requirements have not changed, though. Public housing agencies have previously been required to verify citizenship or eligible immigration status prior to admission and to maintain documentation supporting their eligibility determinations. Inclusion in the EIV Save Tenant Match Report does not automatically mean that an individual is ineligible for HUD assistance, the agency said, but rather that additional information may be required to classify their immigration status. For each individual flagged, housing authorities should confirm that the PHA has sought additional verification from SAVE to verify eligible immigration status. The PHA, Public Housing Administration, has retain documentation in the tenant file that confirms the individual's citizenship or eligible immigration status. The PHA has correctly coded the individual on the HUD 5058, whatever that is. I don't know all of that legal jargon, right? Compliance with the new report will be monitored. Hobbs said in a letter, in public housing authorities that fail to use EIV reports may be subject to sanctions, such as a corrective action order, reimbursement from non-HUD sources, withheld or reduced funding, or any other available corrective action the agency deems necessary. HUD's announcement follows a letter it sent to public housing authorities and owners on December 16th, reminding them of their legal obligation to verify tenant citizenship and immigration status prior to admission to HUD-assisted housing, per Section 214 of the Housing and Community Development Act of 1980, and fucking President Donald Trump's executive order ending taxpayer subsidization of open borders. The agency will recapture funding for payments made on behalf of ineligible and deceased tenants, according to HUD. We will leave no stone unturned, said Turner in the release. We are proud to collaborate with DHS to execute on the president's agenda of rooting out abuse of taxpayer-funded resources. Ineligible non-citizens have no place to receive welfare benefits. Holy fucking shit. This is insane. High housing costs are an ongoing burden for millions of families in the U.S., and this action isn't likely to help, said Protecting Immigrant Families Coalition's Executive Director Adrian Cadena in a statement shared with Multifamily Dive. The administration should be working to close the gap between housing costs and wages. Absolutely. Cadena said in the statement. Instead, they're blaming immigrants and shifting costs to local communities and states. Yo, it's an ugly, ugly, ugly game out there, man. Somebody said, I believe I said, yesterday, I think I read, or the day before, when on social media, the brother had asked, or somebody posted a question. It was like, to people outside of the country, what do these situations with ICE look like? Somebody said, it looks like we need to be building shelter for our neighbors and hiding them in our basements. We've seen this shit before, right here on this land. We've seen this same shit before, right here on this land, where human beings, you're a citizen of the fucking world. This is Earth. Like, we've seen this shit before when human beings had to hide other human beings because systems, fucking government, agencies, agents were looking for them with guns. Not just like to have a conversation. They were looking for them with guns to kill them, to put them in fucking concentration camps. This shit is fucking insane. We as a country, we as a human family have so much work to do. This shit is disgusting. I am not okay with this shit. And none of us should be okay with this shit. And I get, again, I'm always going to say life continues to go on, right? But there has to come a time when, like, everything got to stop. Everything got to stop. And yeah, as individuals, I think we all should be asking ourselves, what more can I do? What more can I do? How can I lend my voice, my energy, my essence to causes that I care about, even if it's not this cause, but this is a humanity cause. This is a humanity crisis. This is a human rights crisis. So, like, this should demand all of our attention. Like, or all of us should put some attention here, right? Maybe not all of your attention you got, right? You still got families to raise, right? You still got, like, whew, this shit is deep. This shit is deep, 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 and heavy, and ugly, and scary, and alarming. And we all should be alarmed, and we all should be concerned, right? Because, again, an injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. It happened before. It's happening again. It's happened before multiple times. It's happening again. And it will happen again and again and again. What are we doing? What are we doing? I was talking yesterday. They said, yo, if everybody stopped paying fucking taxes, if 20% of the country didn't pay their fucking taxes, these agencies will have no funds. They will make no money. And most of them are only doing it for money. They will make no money. There will be no money for them. But, you know, they got people scared. People are scared. People are scared of consequences. People are conditioned. People are not just scared. People are conditioned that you have to do this. This is what you have to do. This is just what you do. It's like, nah, you could do something different. When the old way ain't working, you have a moral fucking obligation to figure out a new way. When the government becomes oppressive, you have a moral fucking responsibility to overthrow that government. So let's get it together. Let's get together and get it together. Let us get together and get it together. Because all we got is us. But that's all we need. All right? All we need is each other. All we need is each other, a little bit of heart, a little bit of courage, a little bit of fearlessness, a little bit of persistence, right? A little bit of fucking resilience and resistance. And like, we'll be okay. That's all we need is us and each other. Whew, man, that shit is deep, y'all. Let's move right along to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment, our tip of the day, as always. Today's tip is to hold your dream. Hold your dream, hold the vision for your life in the front of your mind. If you hold the vision that you have for your life in the front of your mind long enough, eventually it will come to be. Eventually you will be living in that dream, like, oh shit, this is what I dreamt of. Oh shit, I dreamt of this shit. I remember envisioning this shit, right? Focus on what you truly desire. Ignore what you don't. The vision that manifests is the one that you feed with focus and attention. The vision that manifests is the one you feed with focus and attention. Understand that me going to lecture at Columbia University today is a dream that I had even when I was on the block, hustling. Guns, drugs, bulletproof vests, $2,000-$3,000 in my pocket, not giving a fuck. I ain't give a fuck about nothing and nobody. But long enough, when I sat in stillness, this vision will come back. And if I live long enough, I'm going to transform my life. And if I live long enough to transform my life, I want to live, right, outside of the city, right? I want something in the city, but I want my main spot to be outside of the city. And I travel to the city, whatever city it is, right? Move around, properties over here, over there. Travel to the city 2-3 days a week to lecture at university. Travel to the city 2-3 days a week to lecture at university, to lecture on different topics, different issues. Today we're going to lecture on incarceration experience, mass incarceration and re-entry at the Columbia University School of Social Work. I held this vision in my head 20 plus years ago. 20 plus years ago, I was on the block with a gun, bulletproof vest, sometimes two guns, a bulletproof vest and drugs, right? Easily at least $1,000 worth of drugs on me most days, right? But I held this vision. I had this vision. If I live long enough to transform my life, if I do not get killed in these streets or go to jail for killing somebody, if I live long enough, because mind you, I wasn't just a street kid. I was in school. I was in college, right? Like I volunteered at the community center, right? So like I had shit. I was into the arts, right? Like I had shit that I was interested in, shit that I was doing, shit that I wanted to do. I was just in so much pain. I ain't never think it would be a reality. So I had a death wish. Same fucking token, right? But like, man, I had this vision. And now today, right? And it's crazy because I've done things with Columbia, I've done things with colleges, but I haven't gone to actually lecture in a fucking college course, right? Like I've done elementary school, I've done middle school, I've done some high school, right? I've done workshops at colleges. I've participated in workshops at Columbia University, right? But I haven't done a lecture in the course. And so this is exciting, man. And this is the beginning because I already put it out there. I already wrote the affirmation. I already wrote it as it already is because it's already done, is that I will be going to lecture at universities all around the country. I will be going to lecture at universities all around the country. And as the saying goes, what they made for bad, what they said was failure, God transformed and made for good. Been incarcerated, man. I got fucking 2 felonies. Could have been 3, but I was they had youthful offender, right? So I got the 1 felony when I was fucking 16, dropped down to youthful offender. But at 17 and 20, 2 felonies on record: probation felony, drugs, and then violent felony, prison, bid, 3 years. So 2 felonies with an asterisk. College dropout, did not graduate college. Got my GED, did not graduate high school. Got my GED. Dropped out of college, right? I don't have even an associate's degree. But I got real life experience. And I'm intelligent like a motherfucker. I'm fucking brilliant. And I'm creative. And I'm determined. And I'm wise beyond my years. And so like, there's still space for me. because I still created space for me, because I still made space for me, because I still said, this is who I am, this is what I'm gonna do, and I'm fucking doing that shit. Hold your dream, the vision for your life in front of your mind long enough, and it will eventually come to be. Focus on what you truly desire, ignore what you don't. The vision that manifests is the one you feed with focus and attention. I'm going to kill this shit today. I am going to absolutely kill this lecture today. And yeah, and I'm going to put this out there, right? We're going to move on to this fourth segment. I'm saying this right now so all of you can hear me and dream this shit with me and envision this shit with me, because the people on here now are people who love me. The people who are on here now are the people who believe in me, right? Are the people who see me and support me and who know the fucking journey, right? Who know the hard times, who my man was in fucking prison with me, right? My man on the Instagram was locked up with me. We was in the same fucking dome, right? Like, that's my man's in them. NSLM, Neural Soul Liberation Method, right? What I built out of my brain coaching certification, I'm going to create my own university, right? And I'm going to create my own field of science. We're going to introduce a new field of science, right? Blending neuroscience, emotional alchemy, somatic awareness, right? Spirit and soul work, right? Remembering, right? Like remembering soul purpose, right? What are you here for? Passion and all of that shit. Lived experience. We're gonna create our own field of science. And so it is, and so it's done, and so it shall be. It's just a matter of fucking time. Today is day one. Today is day one. It's not just one day. Today is day one. Today is day one, and we build from here. Because we've been building, and now it all comes to now. All right, yo, listen, man, I'm fired the fuck up. Let's go to our fourth and final segment. Before we get out of here, I did half my workout already. I'll do my other half of my workout. After this, I got my notes done. I'm going to tighten up some shit. Leave here about 12 o'clock. Get there about an hour early so I can just sit, breathe, meditate, and be ready. 2 to 4, class of 2 to 4. I'm fucking stoked. Build of the day. Today's build. Forgiveness. Forgiveness is truly a benefit for you. The person who, hold on one second. Forgiveness is truly a benefit for you. The person who has been transgressed against it anyway. If someone has violated you, a friend, a co-worker, a spouse, right? They betrayed you, they violated you, they caused you harm. You forgiving them is a benefit for you more than it is about the other person. Now, we've heard this. I've heard this. Growing up, I've heard this. Forgiveness is more about you than it is the other person. And at a certain level of consciousness, you're like, get the fuck out of here, man. Like, I ain't forgiving that motherfucker. That motherfucker caused me harm. Years it took for me to forgive my mother. Years it took for me to give my father. And the only thing I was mad at my father for was fucking dying when I was 11. I would have so much anger towards my dad, because how the fuck you leave me? I was 11 years old and I needed you. I was so angry. Like, I was fucking 11 and you died. I was angry. I was crazy, angry at a dead man, right? For some shit that he didn't even do to you. He did, right? But I've learned forgiveness eases your heart and your mind. And so I end up forgiving my mother for all of the shit that she said, for all of the shit that she did, for all of the times that she wasn't there. Know that I've been arrested more than 24 times. My mother has never come to a court date. Did 3 years in prison. My mother wrote me one letter, never came to see me, never sent me anything. Right? My mother never sent me anything. 3 years in prison. One letter. Never came to a court date. Some court dates I'm looking out and I'm like, whether I got arrested and got released on my own recognizance and then had to go to court, she wouldn't come, or whether I got arrested and was fucking on Rikers Island and was going to court and looking out. But you know who I always saw my aunt. My aunt was there. Sometimes one of the elders from the neighborhood, chick, right? Our uncle, our big bro, may he rest in peace. He was there for me at court sometimes. My mother was never there. But you know what? I learned. Right? It's a saying, when you are no longer understood, you seek to understand. And so I began to understand my mother. She had trauma. She's experienced trauma, right? So the understanding part goes along with forgiveness. Once you can understand that the person who has caused you pain is also in pain, right? Once you understand that the person who has caused you pain is also in pain that they may very well be unaware of, it becomes easier to forgive them. Let me say that one more time. Once you understand, and understand that the person who caused you pain is also in pain themselves, pain that they may very well be unaware of, it becomes easier to forgive them. Menaja just said that. Mama Menaja just said that. Hurt people hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. Sick people make people sick, but healed people heal people. And so heal so you can heal people. You don't got to stay stuck. You don't got to stay hurt. You don't got to stay sick. You can heal. There is a path to healing. You got to do the work, though. It's not pretty. It's not painful. It takes some letting go. Not even letting go of others. Letting go of that old version of yourself. Letting go of the anger. Letting go of the vengefulness. Letting go of the idea of what it was supposed to be. Letting go of your expectation. And B, what was it? What happened? What is it now? What do I want it to be? How do I get there? Those are questions, right? I don't even remember what I said. What was it? All right, write this down. What was it? Right? What happened? What is it now? And what do I want it to be? And how do I get there? That's a recipe for success. That's a recipe for healing. And with that, guys, that is our show. Listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Ray Marston. This is episode 551 of SR Daily. Please do join us tomorrow. Same time, same place, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. for Thankful, Thriving, Therapeutic Thursday. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up! The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. I love you guys. I'll let you guys know how later goes. I'm going to rock this shit. You guys know I'm supposed to update. Talk to you guys later. Have a great day. Sefu said this Friday there's a call for national general strike to stand up against ICE. I'm confident in you. Tracy Morgan needs to hear this. He refused to feed a former bully who asked for food and is now homeless. Forgiveness don't mean doing fucking what people want you to do, man. Now, that's not what forgiveness means. Forgiveness doesn't mean I got to do what you want me to do. It just means I'm let you go. But yeah, Tracy Morgan maybe need to hear it. All right. Yo, I'll holler at you guys. Peace and love. Have a great day. Stay warm. Peace.